I'm Caroline White. I'm the Kenneth R. Fienberg Archivist at UMass. I'm responsible for bringing in, processing, and caring for the papers of Ken Fienberg here in Special Collections and University Archives. The Fienberg Papers is a large and varied collection of the professional and personal papers of one of the most prominent and dedicated attorneys of our time, a devoted public servant and notable UMass alumnus.
And the UMass library system in particular. I will always be in the debt of UMass. And I will always be in the debt of the UMass library system. I remember spending many a day in the old library on the UMass campus in Amherst, in the stacks, in the carrels, and I'll always be grateful for the opportunity to learn.
The collection contains correspondence, memos, drafts, reports, research files, and memorabilia relating to the many cases Ken Fienberg has handled.
Agent Orange, 9/11, Virginia Tech, the Aurora, Colorado movie shootings, the BP oil spill. If it's bad, I had something to do with it.
It both fits into and expands the social change and social justice archives held in special collections. This collection is arriving in stages and is being processed.
The library's people came to me. Ken, what are you going to do with all of your papers? With all of the original documents laying out the formulas that we use, the eligibility criteria, memos back and forth between me and members of my staff, or me and the Attorney General, and various Senator Kennedy and others. What are you going to do with all of that material? UMass made a proposal, and it didn't take much convincing. Why don't you agree to send all of your papers going back to the 1984 Agent Orange case to the library so that we can house them in a central depository where scholars and future authors and others interested in your work and the policy underlying your work can be made available in one central resource.
Through the cases represented in the Fienberg Papers, we can see how events of immense historical and cultural importance may deeply affect the lives of individuals. Ken Fienberg has devised and administered complex compensation funds, and his work has had a very real impact on how society thinks about public tragedies, making us question what our responsibilities are toward one another in the aftermath of such events, and how we value human life.
The first moments I experienced in the 33 months that I designed and administered the fund was when I met privately with individual families that lost a loved one on 9/11. The stories I heard from each family, 900 of them I met with separately, the stories I heard from them were not only chilling, but heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenching. I'm thanking UMass for the privilege of knowing that all of this material that maps an entire career is in one place at my undergraduate alma mater, where it is protected and prioritized by an incredibly professional group of people. So for those reasons, it's 9/11.
I welcome anyone with questions about the Fienberg Papers to contact me.